What's going on, everyone? Brian from YourParanormal Storytime Sunday. Hey, we got the Black-Eyed Children from Remmy G, our boy. One of our hot topics was just psychic children, um, and ironically enough, a lot of what Remmy G talks about here on his scary story channel really, and my good friends the Cunninghams have also experienced. It's kind of crazy. Uh, Brian was walking down the stairs to meet his dad, towards the end of the night, and long story short, they both saw some black-eyed girl in the corner of the room, and they both ran out. And Brian's dad doesn't even believe in that stuff, so it's like absolutely crazy. But anyways, hey, this is real ghost hunters reacting to real scary stories. We've got the Black-Eyed Children here from Remmy G. Let's begin.
It almost felt like a dream. I woke up to my dog, Lucy, barking. She was upright on the bed where my husband and I were sleeping with our 22-month-old daughter. Staring at the front door like an unknown stranger was out there, rummaging around. I thought she was just freaking over house noise. We'd only had her for 3 months, and she was still a puppy. It could have been anything. Our roommate, a creak from the house settling, the awnings moving outside, and the breeze. I wasn't too concerned initially. I decided the best bet would be to open the door and show her nothing was there. It sounds a bit silly, but it's what we do with our daughter if she gets scared. And I figured it out that it could work with the puppy, too.
Oh, okay.
I opened the door. She raced to the front door. She stood there, snarling at the door. It was an angry, violent growl, one I had never heard her make before.
It was a ghost.
I looked groggily at her and opened the baby gate, blocking the doorway, planning to open the door and show her everything was okay. The second my hand reached for the deadbolt, Lucy went wild. She started barking and jumped towards me.
No.
And when I touched the metal, she suddenly changed her temper. She whimpered, almost like she was afraid and backing down. As the mannerism changed, so did mine. I wasn't calm anymore. My heart was racing and sinking at the same time. I had been flooded with a mixture of fear and dread. I looked at the people. I can't explain why I looked, but I did. Outside were 2 kids. One was just a smidgen shorter than me, and I didn't look much younger. I'm 21, and she looked to be 16 or 17.
Okay.
She was slender and pale. Her hair was light shade of honey blonde, and she wore it long, about mid-back, with long, thin, blunt bags in front of her that covered most of her eyes.
Girl Scout.
She wore jeans, a light wash that's popular right now, and a thin-looking olive-colored pullover-style hoodie. She held a hand of a small girl who looked to be around 3 or 4, in the same style jeans and a button-down ivory cardigan.
Another Girl Scout.
The smaller one looked at the floor shyly, but had the same shade of hair, tied back in a ponytail. She held a stuffed toy under her free arm, and it was identical to the one my daughter has, as was the style of dress. Had it not been for the feeling of overwhelming dread and fear, I probably would have asked these children in and given them some tea or hot chocolate to get them out of the bitter cold. Something about them seemed off. At this point,
Were them cookies?
I hadn't made any noise. I hadn't shushed the dog or grumbled. Nothing. I hadn't turned off any lights. These kids had no indicators that I was at the front door. The older one spoke. She had a voice. It was mature, confident, strong, and accentless. She held her head tilted downward, and I couldn't see her eyes. She said, "We have to use your phone." I stood in fear. How did she know I was there? She raised her head to face me directly. That was when I saw her eyes. There was a reason I couldn't see them through her bangs before. They were black or midnight blue or dark purple. They were otherworldly. She said, "Our mother is worried." As someone who has always been interested in creepy stories, I knew what she was the second she looked at me through the door.
Who was she?
I had never been one to believe in these things. As a staunch atheist and skeptic, when it comes to the paranormal, I had written off many a ghost story from friends and family members, eager to tell their story. Still, I couldn't rationalize my way out of this. I was standing with
That's
nothing
not normal.
but a thin wooden door between me and these two kids. There was no questioning. What I saw was right. I did not answer her. Slowly and silently, I backed away from the door.
You gotta get out.
Lucy still cowering at my
You gotta stay in.
ankles. She kept talking. "Just let us in to use your phone." I took another step back, and with that step, she changed her tone. When I took that second step back, she became commanding, almost hostile. "We're not going to hurt you. If we wanted to do that, we would have broken in. I'll ask you again. May we come in and use your phone?" Lucy snarled at the door, and I inched backward. There was something inside me seemed to be slowly pulling me back toward the door. It wasn't a physical pulling, so much as a subconscious need to go back and let them in. I got to my room, covered up the window, locked the door, and sat there in the dim light of the nightlight. I heard her call me back to the door once more, and then quiet. I didn't go back to sleep that night, and I haven't slept right since. During the summer,
I wouldn't sleep right either. Yeah, that is just absolutely nuts. There are a lot of stories where, these children or even adults appear with black eyes or no eyes. I mean, I wish that would happen on some paranormal investigations. You're asking if there's anyone here with us, and come strolling out, like a nice, just random person with black eyes sits down and have a conversation. No, but I mean, I feel like there was more to that story. I feel like it didn't just end there, but hey, maybe it did. Yeah, so you never want to open something where the dog knows that there's something wrong, your gut feels that there's something wrong. You never really want to interact with the paranormal when you just instinctually know that it's not something that's good. And that's definitely the best advice out there for you. Hey, that was Storytime Sunday with Your Paranormal. Have a fantastic day.